up, Cowboys Nation? It's your boy DMV back with another one, and I am going to continue my who do we pick at number 58 power rankings this week. I know that, normally I do this on Tuesdays, but we had a bit of a family emergency. I had to cancel the show last week. Just to let you guys know, Elton and myself will be doing the show tonight, but I wanted to make sure I got these power rankings out first. And there's a big shakeup. Although we had a family emergency and I'm in foreign territory, that does not stop the show. So let's get into it, all right? Top 5. So there's a bit of a shakeup this week, as I explained. My number 5 is actually Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. And a lot of this is based on a lot of what Stephen Jones said this week as far as safety being a need, as far as, tight end, them not stopping at tight end or whatnot, and also the running backup position. And if they could get the best player available at 58, I think that they will do so based on these needs. And I think that Chauncey Gardner-Johnson definitely could be of value right there. I know that they have he's actually one of the 30. I believe that they saw him work out. Obviously, they saw him at the combine. 5'11", 210 pounds, so he kind of fits the build of what Chris Richard would want, but he's a guy that can play in the slot. He's a guy that can play safety. So I believe he actually, if I'm wrong, somebody correct me, but I believe 2018 he played in the slot at Florida. So that's big as far as the versatility comes in, and not so much having the pressure of coming right in and being the man. But keep in mind the Cowboys do have a corner sneaky need, so he's a guy that can play both safety and corner. So I think that it makes a lot of sense as far as what the visits say and what his abilities are. Number 4 is Taylor Rapp. Taylor Rapp is going down on a lot of boards right now. As I told you guys before, I think that he can play. His tape speaks for itself, and if he falls to 58, or it might make a lot of sense. You have to take Taylor Rapp there if he falls to 58. But keep in mind, there's a couple of trade scenarios. So if things are not going according to plan, and you have to trade up possibly, here's some of the scenarios. So you could trade up to about 43 by giving up our 58 and our 90, which more than likely is not going to happen with what Steven said. So but you could trade up to around 50, and this is where this makes a lot of sense because we have 2 4th-round picks, and if it's a player that you want, you get to 50 by giving up your 58 and one of your 4th-round picks. Then this might make a lot more sense. So I definitely keep Taylor Rapp right there because he could fall to 50, and if he falls to 50, that's a great value there. Number 3 is Damon Harris, who actually soared up the board because the Cowboys have major interest in Damon Harris, and I've been trying to keep it off because I'm like, well, running back isn't a big need at number 58. Well, apparently the Cowboys are, very interested in the backup running back position. I believe Steven mentioned that this week. So, if a lot of the guys are off the board, we can't trade back. I mean, maybe they just stay pat and get Damon Harris at number 58. You'll get one of the top 2, if not top 1 running back in the draft right there. I know a lot of people have Josh Jacobs there. On my list, I actually had Damien Harris above Josh Jacobs, but you get one of the best running backs in the draft, and then you're talking about going to 5th-year optional Zeke, and if Zeke isn't healthy, you need a guy that you feel comfortable with. So maybe they feel comfortable taking a running back at number 58. So I got Damien Harris at number 3. Number 2 is Juan Thornhill out of UVA. I'm very high on Juan Thornhill. In some drafts, they have him as high as in the 1st round. So there's a possibility, as I've been talking about, if he falls to about 50 and they really like him. He's a Swiss Army knife. He started out as a corner, ended up playing safety. He's played some linebacker and nickel and dime situations for UVA. So you got a guy that's very versatile, and that versatile ability is something that, and his size, because he's been at 6 feet, 205 pounds, he's about to build that we know that Chris Richard likes. So I have number 2, Juan Thornhill. Number 1, Jay Sternberger, tight end out of Texas A&M. Although signing Jason Witten makes tight end not that much of a need, and I know that a lot of people don't want to hear it, but the Cowboys have major interest in Jay Sternberger. And, being that he will have such an impact, I believe, from day one, or if you're looking for the next 10 to 15 years, I think that Jay Sternberger probably makes the most sense at number 58. And I know that he will be there. So, you know, we have all of these other factors in with all of these other guys, but Jay Sternberger could be staring you in the face right there, and you know that he won't make it to number 90. So you might have to take him at 58. And I believe that the Cowboys would be willing to pull that trigger, being that they have met with him so much and, you know, they know so much about him. They probably know more about Jay Sternberger than any other player in the draft. So I had to move him to number 1. So a lot of people are probably wondering, where's Jonathan Abram? Well, Jonathan Abram will probably more than likely not be there for the Cowboys. So I moved him completely out of the power rankings. And I know it's crazy because he was at number 1, but a lot has changed with what was said, and you'll find that out as the draft process goes. A lot of things change. I just don't believe that Jonathan Abram, knowing that the Cowboys will have to give up their number 90 to get him, I just don't believe that the Cowboys will do so. So he moved completely out of the power rankings. But let me know what you guys think. What's your top 5 power rankings as far as what the Cowboys should or could do with the number 58 pick? Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell each time I come out with content. All right, guys. Peace. Make sure you subscribe to Gorilla Team ATL on YouTube, as they got this fly ass beat in the background. I'm just going to let the instrumental ride for a little bit.